throwing the coilovers on right now. Back at Selena's Tire and Wheel in Westminster. I don't know where I'm in park right now. It's a tight squeeze, but we're squeezing between the Ford and the Chevy. It's a little snug, but at least we have a spot. Wait, hold on. This thing has Selena's plates on it really quick. Hey, Hugo, this is you? This is your truck? No way. It's the ZR2. This thing is wild, dude. Sitting on some Toyo 35s on the 17. Take one final good view of the stock setup in here and up here as well. About to look a whole lot different, and I can't wait to see how these things perform, dude. Because as of right now, the Spacer kit, this is a great kit. It comes with everything you need to, you know, maintain factory angles and stuff like that. But it does ride just like that, like factory. So having these new coilovers put on and the rear shocks and stuff like that, having them all be adjustable should be pretty cool. Being able to adjust them to our needs, and yeah, pretty hyped. And just like that, I've somehow snagged the key to the ZR2. Sounds good too, dude. It's on a Borla exhaust. It's got the 35s and a little lift. So she ain't fully stocked, but yeah, dude, oh my goodness. Look at that hood. This thing is so sick. All right, I'm about to fall back in love with Chevy, dude. I never stopped loving Chevy, but like, oh man. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I shouldn't be doing this right now. What? Okay, that's a trip right there. That's something to get used to, having that screen on the mirror right there as the rear view. It's got a camera on the back side of the truck, and that's a video that you're seeing right. That's a live feed of the rear. All right, let's hear that Borla now. Oh my gosh. Dude, that sounds insane. And just like that, the Silverado ZR2. This thing is so sick. Got the retractable steps on it. The King coilovers, 35-inch Toyo tire mud terrains on the methods. It's got a bed cover too. This thing's pretty dialed, dude. And as you guys know, the ZR2, wow, just bit my tongue. The ZR2 comes with the wider fender flares and the bed sides, as well, the refreshed front end and the refreshed interior. This thing is super nice. It's got the opened Chevy bow tie up there for maximum airflow, the red tow hooks. Nice details in this thing. I love the look of it. And I love how the front end too shows more front tire. It's pretty sick right there. This could be a problem. This could definitely be a problem. I don't need another truck, but maybe one day in the near future, who knows? Might find a ZR2 for a decent enough price. Just, I don't know, go for it. Who knows? Anything's possible. But anyways, back to Selena's. Rip this thing around a little bit more. And then coilovers and whatnot should be done pretty soon. So, alrighty. So it is the following day. Selena's called me up just now and told me the truck's ready, but they close in 20 minutes with the slides on. No time to even change shoes. You guys got to meet Brandon. Brandon's a personal driver. Check this out. Here's his info right here. You guys want to get chauffeured out in a 2022 Ram Limited mega cab, right? This thing is so nice, dude. So you guys are central to the Orange County based in Newport, Costa Mesa area, right?
That's correct.
Hit him up, Brandon.
Fully loaded, the MSRP was $90,000 before tax. It's sitting on air suspension. 22-inch rims with concrete tire, or concrete Princess tire.
Little interior tour, because the interior is where the Rams shine. Dude, look at this thing inside. This thing is so nice.
So it's the same dimensions of the mega cab. So when you're looking out that window, I mean, that's a school bus window right there.
It's big in there. Love it, dude. Thanks again.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. Now, this isn't going to be the most comprehensive review right now because it's super dark outside and stuff like that, but I'm trying to see what these things feel like under first impressions. Oh yeah, dude. That's definitely softer, no doubt. Setting one softer than stock, that's for sure. Having these adjustable dampeners is all about finding that sweet spot of, you know, just the right amount of compression in really any environment we want to put it into, because, you know, having too much dampening could cause a very bouncy ride, which could be really bad for traction in a lot of applications. And then, you know, on the opposite end, if we have not enough, we can just end up feeling very like we're on a boat pretty much. I have a bunch of uneven asphalt right here. I'm gonna drive over that and see how that feels. Looks pretty rough. Wow. Okay, that's pretty impressive actually. Oh dude, it's eating it up. Oh my goodness, dude. Dude, that's wild, dude. Unreal. Unreal. All right, now I know in the video it may not seem that deep, but dude, that's what we just hit right there. And I felt literally almost nothing. Now I've hit this dip before and it shook the entire truck. Whoa, dang. These are deeper than I thought, but, oh, okay. Okay, oh, what a, man, what a guy, dude. Just splashed mud on me. That was rude, but anyway, well, that's a good way to test out these coilovers on setting number 1. That's pretty soft, actually.
Are they is it on the softest setting?
Yeah, it's on setting number 1 right now.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah, it felt really nice. Oh, and I've hit these before, dude. They're brutal. Oh, should I pop in 4x? I always feel like I'm way more like sideways than I really am. It feels gnarly.
It's pretty close, right?
I feel like I'm gonna literally flip.
It feels close.
Close to what, flipping?
Yeah, right? We're already on like a hill and then a hill on that hill.
Oh, true. Oh, true.
I for sure couldn't open the door right now.
No, for sure not. There we go. There we go. That's a good little shot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I told myself I would never hit mud again, dude. It's not really mud, but it's sort of muddy. Yoda squad out here. Get it. Ooh. Some deep water out there. The Yoda's out here, dude. It's the rain's attracting a crowd, that's for sure. Bro, not bad at all. I'm actually really impressed.
Yeah, I don't know what it was like stock, but I'm sure this is a lot better.
This is a substantial difference. Oh, big one. Oh yeah. Not bad though.
Not bad at all.
Really not bad though. Oh, big one. Oh, dude, look at this.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone's like, oh, never mind. Oh, he's doing it. In the Colorado. Oh, dude, that's easy. You guys got it.
Easy. Now, how much mud do you have in your
dude, I'm thinking
everything?
About it. All I'm thinking about right now. He did not care. He didn't care one bit. He said, I'm going through it. Like the smallest truck here on the stockiest tires.
Yeah,
I'm doing it first. So just to give you guys a frame of reference here on how deep these, whatever you call these holes in the ground are. Like they go in pretty good. That's a pretty deep hit right there, and it is just soaking it up. The slower we go, the more bounce we get, but eating it up. Take on the setting number 1 so far.
Soft.
Yeah.
For sure soft.
Yeah, also keep in mind too, I'm fully aired up on the tires right now as well. So we just tried out setting number 1. It felt really nice. All these like little, I don't know, channels or whatever, and the dips in the ground. I don't know what you'd call those, like in technical off-road terms, but those were really aggressive in the past. Hitting those things like just shook the entire truck. It still does a little bit, but it softened the blow dramatically. So we just turned it up to setting 8 on the front and the rear. And I say we try them out now from the most extreme soft setting to the most extreme stiff.
Yep.
See how it goes. Oh yeah.
Honestly, I think it feels better. You feel like it's more stiff.
Stabilized.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, I like that.
I think if you went 2 clicks more, did you go all the way up?
I went all the way up.
If you went 2 clicks down, I think it'd be perfect.
I think it'd be perfect too. Setting number 1, the softest setting, felt very, like kind of like a boat, like very floaty, right? Like it's very comfortable when you go in, but could also have us, bottoming out easier too. So may not be the best for like the sake of performance, but yeah, having them nice and firmed up out here is actually feeling much better. I will say I feel like we're a lot bouncier. Like when I go into these dips now, I feel like the truck is kind of like, we're kind of like losing traction.
It's not like those big bounces, like trampoline bounces. It's like small, like vibrations almost.
Yeah. Oh, wash the wheels off real quick.
Maybe not.
Okay, I'm terrified of like flying off into that ravine right there. So we're gonna chill because the grounds are very soft and squishy. But anyways, all right. Here's that. We hit this before.
It's gonna be bad. I think.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is a drastic difference, bro. What? Oh my gosh. Dude, that is a drastic difference.
You're fucked.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't even do that anymore, bro. That is like nauseating.
That's a lot, man. That's all.
Dude. Wow, what a difference. Okay, so the adjustable compression, it works. There's a difference there, that's for sure. That was chaotic right there, dude. We're gonna hop out right now and change these things probably somewhere right in the middle, or even a couple clicks down, maybe just around like
2 or 3, I think.
You think just down 2 or 3?
Yeah.
So around like maybe 6?
Yeah.
5 or 6. All right, so now we're gonna crank these things up to, let's do 1, 2, number 5. Yeah, buddy, get it, let's go. Oh my God, that was a deep drop right there for some reason. That was way deeper than before.
I think it washed out a bit.
I'm not gonna lie to you one bit. When I go through that, I am deep down terrified. I just pretend like nothing's, I'm not bothered one bit.
That was
like
pretty
the most,
deep.
like anxiety-riddling thing ever to do. You can't
I don't know if I got it.
you, and you don't know if you're gonna like. I've seen many videos of people just getting stuck out there and having to swim out, and that's not what I'm trying to do today. Definitely on the rear, I feel that, dude. Stiffen or soften up the rear a little bit. So probably go 2 clicks more in the rear, or softer, I should say. So maybe we're on 5 right now in the front and the rear. Probably do, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 in the rear, and then keep it on 5 in the front. This feels pretty good in the front. So yeah, you guys have it.
Yeah.
Rough Country Vertex doing some work. All right, guys. So pretty impressive performance from these things. On the fly adjustment looks pretty cool right here on the top of that reservoir right there. It's pretty sick how you can just adjust these things on the fly. 2.5-inch piston on those guys right there on the rear. Definitely a nice advantage over the 2.0s. I'd love to one day take a trip up to Tennessee and see the guys over at Rough Country. I've talked to them a bunch. They seem super cool, and it sounds like they have a lot of really top-notch things going on over there at their plant in Tennessee. They have a lot of things constantly coming out, improving on quality. As you guys can see, I mean, the Vertex Coilovers is definitely no entry-level thing. Rough Country has a ton of products you guys probably don't even know they even have. Like, they have so many things they're constantly adding to their catalog. Like, I bet you guys didn't know they had tires and wheels. Do you know that, Nate?
I did not know that.
They make literally tires and Rough Country wheels. So
All
that's
right.
pretty cool right there. But the bed cover I have in my truck right here too is also Rough Country. So they make bed covers, bumpers now, light bars, under the rear seat storages. Shocks though is all they were at one point, and just to see them doing all these things they're doing now is pretty cool. So also to kind of clear up some of what people think Rough Country is all about is China made products, when yeah, there's some of their stuff is definitely made in China, but nowhere near everything. In fact, the majority of their parts are manufactured here in the States. Like the major components, like cross members, upper control arms, stuff like that, is all the R&D is done here. The raw materials are turned into these parts right here in the States in Tennessee. If you guys haven't by now, copy guys some Rough Country stuff. You won't be sad one bit. I've rocked a bunch of Rough Country at this point by now. I've had 2 lift kits from Rough Country on this truck alone, and now the coilovers. So I've had no disappointments whatsoever. We have a little bit of sun to work with right now, so I want to show you guys what these things look like mounted up here. On the front we have the coilovers, and then the reservoir right here, right on top. That knob is super easy to change the compression setting on right there, super simple. And here on the rear side, looking good. I love the appearance of these things. And then same deal in the back here, the knob right on top to adjust the compression setting, which I feel like is actually pretty uncommon for the rear to have the on the fly settings. It's pretty cool right there. And not to mention, I feel like that's normally an additional charge for that function right there, as far as like when you buy a new setup from, you know, this company or that company. It's normally an extra fee, but it comes standard on the Vertex, which is really cool right there. But not only on the front, the rear as well. I feel like now at this point, there's really no other way to go about it than having the adjustability, because being able to go from, you know, the trails back to the highways, or, you know, whatever type of terrain you're gonna go and hit. I feel like the dunes might call for a stiffer setting. I'm still learning as I go pretty much, but it'll be cool to kind of figure out, you know, in every application what setting that we would want to be working on. So one thing I will need if I want to adjust the coilover is a tool to adjust that collar, so we can either, you know, tighten that spring up or loosen it up, raise the ride height, lower it, whatever we want to do right there with that right there. Get that tool. Huge shout out to Rough Country. Thank you guys so much for sending me over this kit. This was compliments of Rough Country. They sent me down this kit to try out, and I absolutely love it, guys. I feel like this is an absolute value, a super bang for your buck, dude. Drop a link below for you guys. And check out Rough Country's website, dude. They have more things, more likely than you even realize. I mean, they got, you know, the running boards, not only suspension, of course, a bunch of suspension stuff, but running boards and like steps and stuff like that retract, and bed covers and bumpers and winches and all kinds of lighting. They don't stop creating new products for so many different vehicles out there. So check them out, and I'm sure you guys will find something that you love as well. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.